This is redshirtsalwaysdie.com. The title is
Oh, this is
Ranking the
fun.
Worst Episode from Every Star Trek Series from Best to Worst.
Yes.
Wow.
A-
Okay.
That's
According to the
exciting.
IMDb scores.
That's exciting.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. This isn't like just one person's opinion. It's
No, it's
okay. Okay.
overall. And it's interesting what number one is. And they include short treks in it as well.
So, well, it's the
Ooh.
person now rate now when they put them from best to worst, that's their opinion, right? But they're basing the worst episode on IMDb score, or are they just putting,
They're taking the worst episodes from each series, lowest ranked, and
yeah,
then rating them, listing them from best to worst. So taking those worst scores and
right.
then
But are
ranking
they
them.
ranking them themselves, or are they
No,
just using that IMDb score? So the entire thing is IMDb. It's
no,
no human.
entire thing is
Whoa,
IMDb.
nerdy. All right.
Yeah,
So what's the
it's
best of the worst?
Yeah.
it's really interesting. And I'm so excited that it's this one because the worst one is number one with the very lowest score.
Hmm.
And so number 12 is the best of the worst,
Right.
which with the
Do you
highest.
guys have any guesses? So basically, what they're saying is which show has the highest IMDb rating for their lowest rated episode? Like which show
Yes.
has the highest floor?
Yeah.
It's gotta be Strange New Worlds, right?
Anybody else? Everybody in the live chat, make your guesses. Who has the highest rated worst episode?
Hmm.
Katie, I think I've got to follow suit with you. Even a
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a terrible Strange New Worlds episode.
Right. Yeah,
But
I
are
mean
there
they have such
episodes
Or
that
Lower
people
short
don't like?
seasons.
Decks.
Yeah. Or even
But I'd say,
Prodigy.
mm, yeah, I don't know. Strange New Worlds, though, probably has like the most
Not much
solid.
game.
I don't know, like Prodigy, I'm so biased on that one. I don't feel like I should weigh in.
um, in the live chat, Lucia says TNG. War Dog Heim says Deep Space Nine. Mark Zupkoff says Prodigy. Bruce McMillan says TNG. Chris Marshall says Strange New Worlds. Stalzelwan says Short Treks. Patrick says TNG. There's some from TOS, TNG, TNG, TNG.
Hmm. So we're all over.
Let's reveal the
See,
answer.
I'm just do you know how I'm mentally like thinking this through? There is no episode of Strange New Worlds that comes close to Shades of Grey. So that's how
No.
I'm mentally comparing these shows.
But
It's
here's the
just
thing, guys. You got to think of it this way. This is based on IMDb, which is also not based on how good or bad an episode is, but just based on a few thousand people ranking it. And
Right.
all
This
it
is
takes
true.
is something that breaks canon or it's something that someone doesn't like or people don't understand, and then they start giving it ones. You know how people are. They're like, I like a certain aspect, so I'm going to give it a 10. And other people are like, I don't like a certain aspect, so I'm going to give it a 1. When really the episode's like a 7. Hey, relax. So
Mhm.
Right.
it's that makes it even harder to figure out. Like you got to
Yeah.
get in the minds of the people
Yeah.
that like to push buttons.
Well, I think
No.
it's really interesting which worst episodes scored the way they did and how the list
Yeah.
pans out. It's
Okay.
very interesting.
Oh
So
my
here
God.
are
Yeah,
the
can we
guesses
see
in the
this
live
already?
chat
Oh my gosh.
for the best rated worst episode. Lucia says TNG, War Dog says Deep Space Nine, Mark Zetkoff says Prodigy, Bruce says TNG, Chris Marshall, what's up, Chris Marshall says Strange New Worlds, Stellazon, that sounds cool. Stellazon says Short Treks. Patrick says TNG, VFX says TNG or TOS, and so on. Arc Scott says TNG. A lot of people say TNG, TOS. It's like they don't even
Yeah.
know the new shows exist. But here's the answer. The answer is actually a new show. It is Prodigy, Starstruck,
Okay.
rated a 7.1.
Hmm.
That's their
That's
lowest
their lowest?
rating.
Oh
That's
That's
my
their
impressive.
gosh.
lowest rating. How amazing
Well,
is that?
it's a
That's
pretty solid show.
It is a solid show. It's great.
good for
It
them.
is.
I'm
Mm.
happy for them. They
Yeah.
deserve it.
Hmm.
Good job, Prodigy.
So that's number 12 because there are 12 shows in total because we're including the animated series, we're including short tracks. What's number 11? I
Hmm.
haven't looked at that one, so I'm going to make a guess.
I think it's got to be Strange New Worlds or Lower Decks.
Same. I'm probably
But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm going to say Strange
Lower
New
Decks can
Worlds
get a
too.
little divisive
No,
every now
Lower
and then.
Decks. Yes, definitely Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Those first couple
mm,
episodes, I think, were a little rough around the edges for people.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad didn't really like the first season of Lower Decks. Hate to say it, but it just was not his pace. It's too fast for him. He didn't like how fast everybody talked. So I'm glad they
my
slowed that
parents
down
have
just
the
a bit.
same thing. They're like, why does everyone talk so fast to your shows? I was like, I talk fast. Can you not understand me? Understand me.
It's an
Joy, do
So,
you have
animation
a
thing.
guess?
So what?
Do
Strange
you
New
have a
World.
guess?
I don't. I actually missed the question.
what
Oh no.
what's the next highest, lowest, wait, what's the next highest, worst episode
Oh,
in Star
gotcha.
Trek?
I think Strange New Worlds, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So number 11 is Lower Decks Second Contact. Is that the first ep? It is. It's the first episode, right? When your first episode
Yeah,
is
it
the worst in
is.
your series canon, there are only two ways to show you. Yep. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
amazing.
Because that first episode was a little rough around the edges, and I think people were a
A
little
little bit.
hurt by it. But
Yeah,
that's
but it's still got a pretty high rating.
6.8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
6.8.
I don't think
Very
it's that
good.
bad.
No,
Yeah.
6.8. Okay, so number 10. So far the best worst episodes are new shows. They're
And
showing up,
Yeah.
animated.
right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Right.
I do have to wonder if there's a recency bias to it though, because if when IMDb started doing the website stuff, a lot of the older Trek had been out, so it's like, are these modern people going back and watching it and just being like, "Ew, carpet," or like I don't know,
Please think of the carpet.
yeah, like is that what's lowering?
I don't know. And also the
Yeah.
sample sizes. How different is, say, TNG to Strange New Worlds to Lower Decks to Prodigy to the original series?
Yeah,
Some of these shows haven't been around that long, so it's possible fewer people have voted over time. But we'll see.
All right.
Hmm.
So next, I'm guessing Strange New Worlds.
it's gotta be.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Also
stick
because
to
we're in
it
a
too.
new era where they're like basically shows refuse to have bad episodes. They're only having 10 episodes, or in Prodigy's case, 20. So they're not just like throwaway, plus each show has like, 2 weeks to shoot instead of 1 week to shoot. And they're doing 10
Hmm.
episodes instead of 26. So there's no more of this filler stuff. Like every episode has to be a mini movie, basically.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
pretty
I think
much.
that's the trend that's going to continue. And the answer
They should give
is,
us.
oh, I have to hit next. Weird.
Yeah, I know.
I have to
Oh,
It's
work for
weird.
this?
I know.
no.
The answer is Strange New Worlds, Elysian Kingdom. That was the fantasy book one, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
6.2. 6.2. That's
Interesting.
rough.
Wow. Okay. I
That's a
mean,
bit
some
harsh.
people were not digging on that, apparently.
So then
Yeah,
after that, what do
it
you got,
wasn't
Melissa?
my favorite either.
It wasn't my favorite,
Of
but I did appreciate
Strange
the
New Worlds.
costuming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like it had different flavor
Hmm.
Mm.
profile.
And it was fun, but it wasn't my favorite Strange New Worlds episode.
Yeah.
So are we going to go into new stuff or stick with new stuff, I should say, or go into old stuff? Maybe there's an animated series is the next one. Or are
Oh, I
we
don't
sticking
know.
with
I no gosh, because now I'm just like picking apart the episodes that I. Ooh,
I think Discovery's gonna be towards the bottom. They're gonna have a couple stinkers.
it's gonna be at the
Probably.
yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Disco
Picard.
gets a lot of hate. So those negative
Yeah.
reviewers are just pounding their keyboard. Yeah.
They're gonna be in the
Then
fives. Yeah. Well,
and
we're
you also
practically
have
in the
like
fives now. 6.2.
you have Spock's brain you gotta think about,
Code of
or
Honor.
You know what? Spock's
Code of
brain is
Honor.
awesome.
That's
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, well, no, even
barf.
worse than that. I bet you number one is gonna be uh the clip show, Shades of Grey. The worst episode in the history of Star
it's
Trek.
not.
I bet you that's number
It
one, Shades of
it
Grey.
better be. It better be. This list will be whack. I will go to IMDb myself if it's not.
It's not even an episode, it's a clip show.
Katie, the keyboard warrior, is going to show them all. I love
By a
it.
lot. I bet you it's the worst by a lot, by like one or two full points.
No
Ooh.
score at all.
Yeah, no, easily.
Just like, no, we want to pretend it didn't happen, okay?
Yeah. Episode one episode. Huh?
So what's the next one?
I'm gonna say
Ooh.
Picard.
Hmm.
Oh well.
I don't know.
Because there weren't that many real clunkers. There were some that weren't the best, but I
Uh,
think it's gonna be okay.
DS9.
well, there is Move Along Home. And I don't know if
That's
that's
a
the
fun
lowest
one.
rated one. I mean, but it's so goddamn goofy. Uh, I don't know, short treks. People don't like the short treks, but short treks by and large, maybe. I wonder if short treks is next.
That's a good. I feel like they might be lower, but we'll see. Any other
I mean, like,
guesses?
I love these guesses.
This is a fun game.
it is a fun game.
It is.
All right,
All
well,
right,
let's
what is it?
find out what the answer is here. Oh, piss. It's
What
the
is it?
animated series, The Magics of Megas 2.
Oh,
Megas
really?
2
Okay.
5.9. I don't remember which one this is. The
I remember it
Magics
not being
of
a very good
Megas is a
episode.
great episode, but not as far as. Yeah, it doesn't really
Okay.
say. Anyway,
Again, an
Yeah.
animated
Yeah.
series.
Definitely like the shorter the seasons, the less of a chance there was for a dud.
yeah, a lot of them
So
are like
Less
lower
chance for
ceilings
error,
but
yeah.
higher floors.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
they're
All
fixing the
Next,
right.
game, man.
we're coming to number eight.
Ah,
We're coming to number eight now, which is the second to last one of the first half. That was weird.
Hmm. This might be Picard's moment. That or
this
short
is
treks, and
the
I'm indecisive
moment.
now.
That's what I think it's one of those two. Yeah.
I just keep thinking about like the online people when Picard came out, and especially season two.
This is true. They hate that.
They hate that. So maybe short tracks about it.
All right.
All right. Chris Garris in the live chat says, I bet Short Treks is next. Leb D says, is Short Treks considered a series? Yeah, Melissa said it's there. And yes, it is considered a series anyway. It's one of their
Mhm.
series. It's got 10 episodes, 2 seasons. Here we go. That's a short season 2 and a
I
shorter season
know.
1. Wait, longer season 1. All right. So next is number 8. Short Treks, The Girl Who Made the Stars, animated.
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
is. And that's
animated.
not that bad. What?
I know. I actually liked that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Same.
I didn't see it.
Well, see, Brian, you're part of the problem.
Maybe I didn't rate it low.
You
Right.
didn't rate it, but you didn't watch it either.
Yeah,
But
well,
it's still
because
number 8.
the
Yeah.
reason I didn't watch it is because I wanted to save 2 episodes of Star Trek that I haven't seen, just so that one day, whether it's
Mhm.
today or 10 years from now, if I ever want to watch a new Star Trek episode, I've got these two in the bank. The girl who, what is it, made the stars or something? And
Mhm.
Hmm.
Ephraim and Dot. Those were the two.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I
Oh, that
love
one's
that
fun.
one.
See, you didn't have that reaction on The Girl Who Made the Stars, telling you that
Yeah.
maybe that one's not that great.
But it's not bad either. Not at all.
Well,
Well,
what's the
it's
worst
not saying
short
that
trek
it's
then?
bad. It's just the worst short trek.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Eh.
So next, now Picard, are we going with Picard with the next one?
Yeah.
I'm how I'm still thinking Deep Space Nine. I don't know. I hold it in high regard.
All right, Joy?
Um, Gosh. I don't know.
I don't know. Show me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's great.
Ding.
Oh, wait, it's next. Hang on, I gotta click next.
Yes.
Oh, again?
Whoa!
Oh.
Katie, Deep Space Nine, let he who is without sin.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
The
that's
trip
one.
to Risa? That's their worst
Yeah.
rated episode? What the
How
crap?
can see it.
incredible is that?
Worf becomes an eco-terrorist in that one, isn't that the one?
Yeah, it wasn't
Oh,
great, but I didn't
yes.
think it was
That
that
was-
bad. What's the
I
problem
didn't
with that
think it
one?
was the
It was
worst because
bad.
no, I liked it better than
It was a little
Alone
boring,
Home.
but no, it was
Yeah.
fun because remember Bashir and what's her name, Lita, they're like
Lita.
making out while they're breaking up, and it's like this weird kind of. I
Yeah.
mean, that was kind of cool. It's a fun concept.
Quark has
And
his horg
Vanessa
on, so he's like,
Williams.
Yeah, Vanessa Williams. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right,
Okay.
we're in the final six. Which ones are left?
Mm.
Next Generation, Original Series, Voyager, Enterprise, Picard,
Hard Discovery.
Picard.
Discovery. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Maybe it's Picard's turn. Maybe. Or the original
ah,
series. But then
No, Spock's
it
brain. I feel like that's. I feel like that's.
there was some really
Well, we're in
goofy
the
shit
fives.
happening in the 60s. It's true.
ah, I want to say Voyager.
Do it.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of people love to hate on Voyager and especially Threshold. But I would say that's not
True.
even the worst
But
one.
then there's some
that's
people that
reached
love
like
Threshold.
yeah,
It's
it's reached
true.
Rocky Horror Picture Show level of cult. So I'm thinking like
Hmm.
because I modern hate outweighs past hate, I feel like. So the Picard's sinking a little bit in my brain.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I just peaked.
But you know, you did. It's interesting that the lowest scores on these of the lowest episodes aren't necessarily what we think they might be. I love it because it's surprising.
Yeah.
So
So
the
think
answer
outside the
is
box.
number 6.
Survey says.
We've been hitting on this one for a while. It's Picard.
It is. Okay.
Picard
Okay.
Okay.
Got that out of the
Monsters.
way now.
5.4. So there's
Oh,
5.4,
yeah.
5.5. There's a lot in the fives here.
People
Okay.
didn't
Was
like
that
that
season
one
one or season two?
too, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it was with um
Shoehorn a bunch of hallucinations into the episode.
Right. Okay, yeah.
With Raffi hallucinating?
no, it was Picard hallucinating
Picard.
about his mom
Yeah.
Oh,
and his
yeah.
dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that one
there
was a little
was
Yeah.
rough.
something with suicides in there.
Yeah.
I do remember thinking if he says Mammon one more time.
Joy. That's what French people say.
Oh my
All right, so
God.
what's number 5 then? We have Discovery, and we have all of the old Star Trek series except for Deep Space Nine and animated series.
I do wonder if it's Voyager's turn.
It's out of Voyager the original series. Because nostalgia might lift original series bad episode up even just a little bit.
It's true.
Mhm.
It could.
I like this reasoning.
Yeah.
It's
You
figuring
had
these
well
things out.
rested Katie today, so now you can all
Wow.
That's fun.
I appear once a year, like Puxatawny Phil.
Okay. The answer is number 5. Enterprise, these are the voyages. We knew that one. I mean, we knew it was going to be that episode, though. We knew it was going to be these are the voyages. There's no way, right? That one gets a ton of hate and kind of deservedly so.
Mainly
That
from me.
episode doesn't exist.
No,
That
it
episode
doesn't.
doesn't exist. But how interesting is it that Enterprise is the next lowest, and that ranks higher than Voyager and
Yeah.
TNG and TOS?
So they all technically have worse
Truly.
episodes than that.
I would
Yes.
say
And
Shades
Discovery.
of
According to
Grey.
these schmucks, yeah.
Shades of Grey. So many more times.
All right,
Even
we're in the
that
final
one
4.
episode didn't.
Oh boy, Final Four.
I think I'm still pushing Discovery back down. I don't think it's going to be Discovery. Next Generation, I think it's going to be, I'm positive that's going to be number 1. So we have original series and Voyager. I'm going to go with original series. Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm going
I
to go
think so
with
too.
I'm going to go with Voyager because I think
Voyager.
Spock's brain's going to be lower than that.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm gonna go original series.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do think a certain amount of nostalgia is going to overshadow uh I mean, I think the Voyager hate is still strong enough to reach the top 3.
Oh gosh.
And not everybody hates Spock's brain.
True.
So
Okay,
Yeah.
there's Threshold defenders, there's Spock's brain defenders.
Yeah.
really? Yeah, but they're defenders of every episode. People are so
And
weird.
honestly, I would say Turnabout Intruder is worse, but that's just me.
No, yeah.
The answer
Women
is
can't be starship captains. Some bullshit.
Oh wait, we got to click next. Okay.
Ah,
The original series,
Oh.
woo!
but not Spock's brain.
Spock's
And
brain.
it is.
And the children shall lead. I think I knew that.
Oh.
Yay!
Ah,
That
yes.
makes
People hate
sense.
children more than a Spock without a brain. Good to know.
Screw those kids, man.
Final 3. Discovery, Next Generation, and Voyager.
And Voyager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Voyager.
thinking Voyager. Disco's
Yeah.
going to be a solid 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a solid deuce.
Wow.
All right, number 3 is Discovery. All is
Yeah.
possible. 5.2.
Oh, wow.
But they're all. Oh wait, that's a tie. They're both 5.2. The original series and Discovery are both
Oh.
5.2.
Oh,
So,
well
okay.
then.
It might go with how many as far as the number of votes. So it's
Hmm.
The ratio?
Yeah.
So does anybody think that? So do you guys think it's number 1 is going to be Next Generation or number 1 is going to be Voyager? It's got to be next
It's
TNG.
gotta be Shades of Grey. Yeah.
Or Code of
There's-
Honor.
So
Or
number
Code of Honor. Yeah.
number 2, yes, is Voyager. The fight. Oh yeah, the boxing
Oh,
match.
the fight.
That's
Fight.
worse than the
was bad.
space lizards.
I
That
thought
really-
that was a
I mean, at
okay
least
episode.
Threshold has entertainment value.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boxing one was.
It was.
They gave him
Yeah,
so little.
it's
I
not
didn't
my
even
favorite
understand
either.
it. And I liked Chakotay so much. I remember that was an early season
Oh,
episode.
that one.
And I really wanted, I really liked Chakotay and I was rooting and I was like, oh cool, Chakotay episode. What the heck's going on?
Like, I always see him as like a lover,
It
not
is a bit of a
fighter.
mess.
So boxing for Chakotay just didn't work for me.
Yeah,
Like, no,
Yeah.
just go and do origami or something. I don't know.
right.
Like, you can't be punching people in the
Origami.
face. That's
Yeah.
Janeway's pastime. It would make so much more sense if she was the one
Boxing?
just busting people. Like,
You know, I'd actually love to see the Janeway boxing episode.
I want to see that too.
All right.
Yeah, get her in the macrocosm tank top and just let her have it with someone.
wailing on people. It just
So
it could have
here's-
been their clip show. They bring back the aliens that she beat throughout time, and it's like season 7, and she's just like, "All right, let
Like a
me
battle
just
royal?
see." Oh,
This also could be a supercut. Just, video footage.
Okay, I want to tell
All
you
the things
guys
she
that
defeated.
number one is, yes, Shades of Grey. Now
Okay.
remember, the second worst was Voyager the Fight 5.0.
Yes.
5.0 is the second worst episode in the history of Star Trek.
Yes.
Guess what Shades of Grey was?
Like 4.0. A full point down.
3.3. I knew it was I knew it was just balls deep, man.
Oh, I love when my shade is validated.
Oh, yeah. Hot.
Yeah. Man
Now,
alive.
okay, that has me curious though. Where is Code of Honor then? Because come on, that is not good.
That's got to be in the 4 range.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Because there are some defenders of that
4-2.
too, where they're like, hey, you take out like the obvious horrible reasons why this episode should not exist. The plot and the story, there's at least something there. Whereas something like Shades of Grey,
Right.
it's not even an episode. It's just,
Mhm.
but let me see.
Yeah. Code of Honor isn't high, but
Yeah. It's not
Yeah,
that low.
Man.
Okay. Browsing. It's Code of Honor 5.1.
What?
So that would have been the third worst episode, and that's third worst in Star Trek.
Oh, that ain't
How did
right.
that beat the fight?
Yeah,
The fight
I
was
would
pretty,
rather
in
watch the
fairness, I'm gonna
fight.
say the fight is really, I didn't even understand it.
they preferred Tasha Yar fighting to Chakotay fighting.
Just it made sense.
We
I'm
can't
gonna,
have
I'm gonna
nice
go
things.
back this week and I'm gonna watch the fight. I will report back because like I love Chakotay. So and I can't remember much about that episode. So
And Chakotay loves
I'll
you,
try.
by the way.
Thanks so much for watching that clip. We go live every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on Star Trek and Chill.